This bulletin proudly brought to you in association with Alex Campbell's Menswear.
Tonight on The South Today, low cloud and humid conditions halt many travellers' plans across the nation, Invercargill and Dunedin airports included. An Irish poet with a poem to mark Bipolar Awareness Day. And it's all smiles and cheery waves as the Catlins Area School welcomes its brand new principal. Kia ora, good evening with The South Today. I'm Craig Story. Flights across the lower South Island were affected by thick fog this morning, causing a number of would-be travellers to be, well, stranded. Flights were delayed and cancelled at several airports, including Dunedin and Invercargill. The Southern District Police spokeswoman said the fog had not caused any traffic issues, but turn your lights on, people. No crashes had been reported throughout the district since last night.
Weather conditions were delaying travellers around the lower South Island today.
Hi, I'm Ruby Spink in Invercargill, outside the Invercargill airport, where the fog is so thick that travellers' flights have been delayed by hours.
These travellers had been waiting 3 hours since 5:30 this morning for an Air New Zealand flight from Invercargill to Wellington.
Got here about 5:30 this morning, so trying to get up to Wellington and yeah, just been waiting, hopefully getting out some point.
Yeah, so we got here about 5:30 this morning to get the 6 o'clock flight to Wellington. That hasn't been happening. And as the darkness has lifted, and we've been watching out here, I have to tell you, the fog hasn't moved one bit. So every half hour or so we get told, flight's delayed, flight's delayed. Not much we can do, it's the weather, so we just sit around and wait for the best.
Frustrated, very frustrating, to the point where it's just got to take your deep breaths in and out, just be cool, calm and collective, really.
Meanwhile, at Dunedin Airport, several arrival and departure flights were also delayed. Low-lying fog blanketed the entire city from sunrise until around midday. Jack Conroy, The South Today.
The Dunedin City Council is seeking feedback from residents in its draft annual plan. It suggests a rates rise of 3%. The annual plan outlines the work and services the DCC will carry out in the coming year. Dunedin Mayor Dave Cull says the DCC has reviewed its budget for 2017-2018 and there will be a few changes from what the council has planned. He says there's a proposed rates rise of 3%. There'll be no formal hearings though, but there will be plenty of ways for you to have your say. There are 2 new events where people can talk directly to councillors, a community conversation with shareholders and the public, and the chance to chat with councillors over a cup of tea. Today is Bipolar Awareness Day, and Queenstown-based Sean Sugrue has used a video poem to mark the occasion. The Irish national is bipolar himself, and he hopes his video will spark a conversation and raise awareness. Mina Amso caught up with Sean.
Alone on an island, on my bed I lie. I'm stranded and naked and just want to die.
This video shows Sean Sugrue narrating a poem he wrote about his experience of the highs and lows of bipolar disorder. In the video, Sugrue describes himself as the Superman, a metaphor for his feelings when a mania episode comes along.
Manic poem, essentially it is like me having a conversation with my manic self, who I refer to as super me. So it's kind of like it reads, I think, like a little love story where we meet at the start and we're kind of getting on and we're friends and we start a relationship and we start walking hand in hand and we're enjoying each other's company. But then by verse 3, I kind of realised that this mania or the relationship itself is kind of unsustainable.
Every pore. No dawn in my day, no dreams in my night. I can't find a switch to turn on the light. My mind.
He talks about the feelings of the depression that also comes with bipolar. The video brought up emotions for Sugrue.
Definitely with Super Me, I think definitely in verse 3 I'd become really, I suppose, agitated a little bit.
Sugrue was involved in other previous projects to help raise awareness on bipolar through photography and blogging.
You talk a lot in random stuff.
He also helped set up a bipolar support group in Queenstown. 1 in 6 New Zealand adults are diagnosed with a mental disorder at some point in their life, including bipolar. He was able to articulate his thoughts and feelings about his condition through the video and hopes it will help viewers with the same condition.
I can't take the storm that weathers me weak, with a daily forecast that is grey and bleak. My mind is a sinking ship at sea. Will it sink to the bottom, or will it float free? Super me, you're shining too bright. My body can't take this internal flight. My mind is exploding with 1,000 thoughts.
The Otago Mental Health Support Trust is one organisation that supports those with bipolar in the South Island. Mina Amso, The South Today.
Youth Minister Nikki Kaye says 7 youth sector organisations nationwide will share a total of $65,000 in funding to help them provide new youth development opportunities for around 640 young people. There are 2 major southern recipients, Sticks and Stones, that will receive $12,000 to support 150 young people in Otago as they address the issue of online bullying. And in central Otago, REAP are due to receive $12,000 to support 40 rural young people in the area to receive one-on-one group mentoring and help them build positive relationships. Good story. A special welcome and handover ceremony was held for the new principal of the Catlins Area School this week. Opihi College Deputy Principal Kate Staniford was formally welcomed to the Catlins Area School in a ceremony intended to pass her over from one school to another.
A stirring haka welcomes Kate Staniford to the role of Catlins Area School Principal. The acting principal, Ross Wilcox, says Miss Staniford was a highly valued member of Temuka's Opihi College and should find this school running well.
I trust that Miss Staniford finds the school in good heart and running well. And should this be the case, then I have done my job well.
The school chose to formally welcome her to the principal's role with a full mihi whakatau, as Kate Staniford was passed like a taonga from one school to another. Following the welcoming haka from the Catlins School, a group of Opihi school pupils responded with a waiata. Speaking after the formalities, Ross Wilcox says there will be quite a bit of work for the new principal to get her teeth into.
We'll touch base on everything from finances to staffing to students to property, and that means at the beginning of next term, when she's officially in charge, she already has a reasonable understanding of what's happening around the place.
Kate Staniford takes over as principal from Mr Wilcox in the second term, as he has filled in since the departure of Alex McCready last year. Daryl Baser, The South Today.
Still to come on The South Today, South Island initiatives are celebrated at the World Congress on Public Health in Australia, and Koha Kai sweeps the awards at the Trustpower National Community Awards.
They say the grass is always greener, but not if you have Ready Lawn. Call Ready Lawn today and make them green with envy.
Ye Old English Village Fete, Sunday the 2nd of April, Chingford Park, 11 till 3:30. Bring the family. Brought to you by Alzheimer's Society Otago.
Arrow International knows what the essential ingredient is for accomplishing great projects, working with great people. 30 years on and 3,000 projects later, with 10 offices and 400 staff nationwide, a company who values partnerships with their clients and carries a strong reputation for passion, integrity and the love of a challenge, excelling in the construction industry and helping to create, with our partners, more iconic New Zealand buildings.
Grandad loved his family and surfing, in that order. He taught me to surf, and we spent a lot of time in the water together over the years. When he died, I strapped the camera to the nose of his old board and filmed the paddle out at St. Clair. Gillian's played the video on the big screen at his funeral. Grandad would have loved having everyone come out one last surf with him.
Gillian's Funeral Services, helping families celebrate the lives of their loved ones for generations. Gillians.co.nz.
Bring some more joy into your world by adopting one of our adult animals at SPCA Otago. Call now on 473 8252. Please adopt a pet now, they will love you forever.
Hi, Lindsay here from Mount Campbell, South Dunedin. We've got a It's a massive menswear liquidation. It's not ours, but we've gone all the way to Christchurch and bought the Darby Brothers Menswear's entire stock. You can save up to 70%. We must move it through quickly. Happy shopping.
Alex Campbell Menswear, it fits.
Garrador Dunedin, delivering quality stylish garage doors in Dunedin for over 15 years. New doors, replacement doors, repairs and maintenance are all part of Garrador's quality service. Garrador Dunedin offers a full range of modern quality doors to suit any home. Come visit the team at 553 Kaikorai Valley Road. Visit www.garrador.co.nz or call us on 488 5676.
Hi, I'm Dennis Charlotte and road racing motorcycles is my lifetime passion. It's a massive adrenaline rush, but the high-speed crashes have been tough on the body over the years. I almost felt as old as my mate Ian.
Sportsval, supporting tendons, ligaments and cartilage. And Energy Plus helps replace the energy that everyday living takes away.
Now I feel more alive and have more sustained energy to really enjoy my racing.
Buy 2 packs of Sportsval and get 2 packs of Energy Plus absolutely free. So call now, 0800 502 402.
Here is this week's Mole Map UV report. Did you know if you tan easily or have dark skin, you're still at risk of skin cancer?
If you've ever been on a sunbed or been badly sunburnt, what are the chances you could have melanoma? Remove the doubt. Get a mole map.
For over 35 years, Roslyn Mowers and Heating have been selling and servicing outdoor power equipment and are well established in home heating, installing wood fires. Call in and meet the friendly team. Roslyn Mowers and Heating, 150 Kaikorai Valley Road.
Saturday night is now 3 hours of Hollywood movies. Tune in for the hijinks of Laurel and Hardy or the smooth moves of Fred Astaire.
Sprindale. Ah, they've become very good friends.
Saturday nights, 7 till 10.
Active Furnishers Limited, home of quality service with superior product and an in-house design team who are always happy to advise and create an imaginative solution for you. Active Furnishers Limited, part of Dunedin's design history.
Thank you for staying with the South today. As a result of its innovations in rural health and breastfeeding, Well South has been invited to make a presentation at the World Congress of Public Health in Melbourne, Australia. The programs are designed to create environments which support health in the southern region.
Stress relief for country folk and increased health information through local libraries are just two of the initiatives to come out of Well South. And as a result, it's the first time Well South representatives have made it to the World Congress of Public Health.
We're all about prevention and what's best for health for whole of life. So our health promotion team are working in the area of prevention, education and getting a good start.
Good Yarn is a program designed to give people in rural industries confidence to talk to people and to know where to get help.
The rural sector is one of the 10 most stressful jobs that there are, because there are a lot of different things going on with farmers, such as things they can't control. This can be from the dairy market, the milk prices, adverse weather conditions, which all end up with the farmers being put under stress essentially.
Other projects, including breastfeeding friendly pharmacies and books on prescription or books recommended and reviewed by health professionals, aim to provide the community with information.
Pain and discomfort are one of the most common barriers that mums have, and often one of the first reactions is to recommend artificial feeding when really there are ways to overcome these challenges.
The World Congress of Public Health will run from the 3rd of April to the 7th of April. Roselle Levone, The South Today.
Koha Kai, representing Invercargill and Southland, has been named Supreme Winner at the prestigious Trustpower National Community Awards. The win came after a full day of 25 teams participating in the Trustpower National Community Awards. Koha Kai gave an 8-minute presentation showing people how they enable people with disabilities to become active members in their communities.
It's absolutely wonderful and humbling as well, because
what we had was 25 different regions had nominated their supreme winners of all of the community groups, and for those community groups to nominate us as the supreme winners was just really humbling.
Trustpower says what stood out about Kohakai's model is that it is effective, transferable to other locations and life-changing. Well done, Kohakai. After the break on The South Today, more poet laureates than you can shake a metaphor at are in Dunedin tonight. Yes, I wrote that myself. And tomorrow's ODT and the weather, of course.
Get finance and get on the road. Talk to MTF today.
Silverhorn Active Manuka Honey from the natural Manuka forests of New Zealand. Buy one 250-gram pot for $34.90 and get a second pot for half price. Order online at silverhorn.co.nz.
Hi, Lindsay here from Ounce Campbell, South Dunedin. We've got a great deal. It's a massive menswear liquidation. It's not ours, but we've gone all the way to Christchurch and bought the Darby Brothers menswear's entire stock. You can save up to 70%. We must move it through quickly. Happy shopping.
Alex Campbell Menswear, it fits.
Don't suffer in silence. Call Sunny Chin, Chi Master Body Technician for structural, muscular, emotional bodywork. Phone 03 4250 606 for all your pain relief.
Ye Old English Village Fete, Sunday the 2nd of April, Chingford Park, 11 till 3:30. Bring the family. Brought to you by Alzheimer's Society Otago.
Bring some more joy into your world by adopting one of our adult animals at SPCA Otago. Call now on 473 8252. Please adopt a pet now. They will love you forever.
Ecrotech Limited have been supplying beekeeping equipment and honey products in New Zealand for over 100 years. A specialist manufacturer of hiveware and plastic products for the beekeeping industry. They are the leading supplier of beekeeping equipment nationwide. For all your beekeeping needs, visit ecrotech.co.nz or call 0800 11 7766.
Put your seatbelts on for this one and rev it up. Thursday night is Motorsport Night. Proudly brought to you by multi-award-winning Garrador.
We're at 25 Moreau Place at Dog with Tails Cafe and Bar. So we take coffee very seriously. We do what's called contract roasting, so we're creating our own roasting profile and then doing our own blends. We're really focusing on the craft of what we're doing. You know, we're going back, instead of going on mass-produced sort of cheap things, we're taking the time to really craft what we're making. Make it so anyone can come here and have a feed and be able to get something they're able to eat or that they want to eat as well. You're kind of getting a taste of cafes from all around the world when you come here.
The University of Otago, an institute of world-class education and the social epicentre of the city, with outfits needed for more formal functions like the ball and for less formal functions like
the zoo. Are you sure?
Yeah, trust me.
Yeah, Dad, you'll definitely see me. I'm the one in the yellow and blue face paint and the onesie in the zoo.
Travelling this weekend? Think slow.
Thank you for staying with The South Today. The fire service attended a gas leak in Melrose Street in central Dunedin today. A fire service spokesman said that firefighters were called to the scene at around 10:30 this morning. It's understood a gas line was leaking gas. Fire crew members used a wide fan of water to suppress any leaking gas. Fire service spokesman says the crew had to wait for the gas company to shut off the leak. The Dunedin police say that they were aware of the situation, however no one needed to be evacuated. Firefighters continued suppressing the leaking valve until the gas was eventually turned off. This year's Writers' Festival in Dunedin will include 9 out of 10 of Dunedin's poet laureates, including Dunedin's own Vincent Sullivan, Invercargill authors Stella Duffy, Hannah Kent, John Lancaster and top crime writer Ian Rankin will join the lineup at the festival, being held from May 9th to the 14th. The festival, which launched today, includes a Mother's Day event and a retrospective of the Flying Nun label held at Dunedin's historic Captain Cook Bar. Good to have you back. Hosted by Dunedin's critic Grant Smithies.
Laureates, which is 9 out of the 10 poet laureates, New Zealand poet laureates speaking, all in the same place at the same time, which is a bit of a feat. And we've got Rob Tufare reading for his father, Hone Tufare, his late father. So that'll be a bit of a popular one. And we have a Flying Nun musical event, which is bringing a few locals together along with Roger Shepherd, who wrote his memoir on Flying Nun Records.
Well-known blogger Emily Wrights will give her take on the naked truth about motherhood too. Author Bill Manhire, who's just released 2 volumes of poetry, will also make an appearance. A group created after the 2011 earthquakes to liven up the Christchurch city centre held a workshop in Invercargill yesterday. Gap Filler is responsible for such projects as the Dance-O-Mat, a street-sized giant arcade game that takes multiple people to play, and other interactive art installations too, and they're using their expertise to support Southlanders keen to bring similar projects to the region.
After seeing how small projects breathe life into Christchurch's CBD, the Invercargill City Council is hoping to bring their energy down to the bottom of the country. Hi, I'm Ruby Spink in Invercargill, outside the Invercargill Working Men's Club, where a workshop's taking place to rejuvenate the city's centre. Leading the workshop is Gap Filler's founder Ryan Reynolds. The group's created a range of temporary public spaces where there was vacant land in Christchurch's CBD following the 2011 earthquakes, including a Dance-O-Mat, giant arcade game and sound garden.
What started of necessity has become kind of a principle, so we're still trying to exhibit resourcefulness and co-creation processes involving people who aren't normally turned to help develop civic spaces.
Over 30 people attended the workshop. Vivian Vart says she'll take what she's learnt into the city projects she's working on.
I've learned that it's really important to, for a successful project to include people right from the start for the development of the idea, which is something I keep telling you at school all the time, but actually doing it is probably really the crux of it.
Invercargill City Council's Community Development Manager Mary Napper visits Christchurch often. She says she jumped at the opportunity to bring the project down here for the locals to learn from.
It's just fascinating that every time you go there's something has popped up, like the dance mat or just gardens, wild poppies, wildflowers being sown, whatever. It's just fascinating. And so when I discovered that Gap Filler were looking at touring around New Zealand and presenting, I thought, well, we have to have them for Invercargill Southland.
Napper says she can't wait to see what projects are born from this workshop. I'm Ruby Spink for The South Today.
And now recapping tonight's top stories on The South Today. Flights across the South Island were grounded by fog this morning, affecting a large number of passengers in Dunedin and in Invercargill. Queenstown-based Sean Sugru has used a video poem to mark Bipolar Awareness Day, and he hopes his video will spark a conversation. And Opihi College Deputy Principal Kate Staniford was formally welcomed to the Catlins Area School in a ceremony intended to pass her over from one school to another. Time now to have a look at what's happening in tomorrow's ODT. Dave Elbows Cannon, how are you, dear man?
Passing her over. Yeah, sorry about the elbow. I thought I was out of shot there. Anyway.
It's all right, man.
Hey, we got a bit of a focus. Sorry about the throat too. Got a bit of a focus tomorrow on housing. We've been at the 2GP hearings in town today, and the quite a discussion about proposal that new homes in South Dunedin to be built should be relocatable, despite some fierce opposition to that proposition today.
That is such a red flag.
Yeah, well, it's going to be an ongoing discussion, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
I wonder if they should have been floatable, but I thought, anyway, I better stick to the relocatable.
Yeah.
And the other story is about a local developer called Mark Lambert, who's getting pretty frustrated with what he calls bureaucratic insanity in trying to deal with building an affordable housing project in Caversham. He's been doing that since 2015, and he says the problems he's striking is doing his head in. I guess we can all relate to that.
Yeah,
So,
man.
interesting story. Also got a story tomorrow about the Mosgiel footballers are not pleased with the amended site for the new pool out at Mosgiel. It's causing quite a discussion. And in a light-hearted story, apparently a security van was seen today driving in the Queenstown Wanaka area with its back doors open and bags of money, we think, falling out the back. So that story's still developing as we're sitting here, so I hopefully have some more details, obviously, for tomorrow.
Oh, you wouldn't want to be that guy, would you? No.
And the wash column, we've got the final of the garden photo contest, which has been going on since March the 7th. We had 95 entries. We finally got those away. And we're featuring rock graffiti tomorrow. Historic rock graffiti in the wash.
Outstanding.
Stay
Elbows.
tuned.
Thank you so very much, sir. All right, time now. Prepare yourself for the weather.
This weather update is proudly brought to you by Silverhorn Sportsville.
We'll start with the southern view, and that is a beautiful shot of downtown Dunedin that is near the Queen's Gardens. And that is a very beautiful shot of... Tell me where that is, guys. Okay, look, the situation is now a slow-moving band of moist air has fogged the country extensively, but it moves away tonight, leaving slow-moving nor'easters to cover the country. A fast-moving low-pressure band moves in quickly, though, tomorrow, bringing unsettled weekend weather, cooler conditions in the south with showers to the south. Pretty much standard from Balclutha, Kaitangata, moderate nor'westerlies, rain late in the day, 17. Catlins, Owaka, moderate nor'westers, rain late in the day, also 17. Gore, moderate nor'westers, 17. And Lumsden, Ophir, moderate nor'westers, rain late in the day in the 17. To the central, Alexandra, light northerlies, high cloud 21. Queenstown, Glenorchy, light northerlies, high cloud 19. 15 in Taonau and 19 in Wanaka. Hello to our viewers in Roxburgh tonight too. And off to the north, Oamaru, Palmerston, light northerlies, high cloud 21. Omarama 19, 23 and 19. But it's all light winds and high cloud for you. Very nice part of the country. In Dunedin tonight, cloudy and 10. Friday, we can expect warmer weather, high cloud and moderate northerly quarter winds. Cooler tomorrow evening, scattered showers, low cloud 11 and 17. Saturday brings low cloud, clearing, sunny and fine. A good day, but a tad cooler on Sunday. Cooler southwesterlies 9 and 17. For Invercargill tonight, cloud increasing as the sun drops, 9. Friday, cloudy conditions, I'm afraid. The occasional rain, mild temperatures and moderate northerlies. Cooler again by the afternoon though, 9 and 17, that's being hopeful. Saturday will be changeable, mostly cloudy skies and showers, fresh cool southwesters. It is interior conditions for you, 8 and 14 are your lotto numbers. And it is always a privilege to work for you. On behalf of the good men and women making the South today, I'm Craig Story. Thank you, good evening.
This bulletin proudly brought to you in association with Alex Campbell's Menswear.
Supporting local content so you can see more of New Zealand on air.